big and beautiful, just like Paris. Well, almost like Paris. My city was New York City. And I was born in a borough of New York called Brooklyn, New York. It was kind of a great place to be born because you never had to leave Brooklyn. You never had to leave it. Everything that you ever wanted was there in Brooklyn. Your family, your friends, your parks, your beaches. Even your own baseball team was in Brooklyn. It used to be in Brooklyn. You never had to leave it. It was like being in the womb. So I was born there and I grew up there and I went to school there. And it was the right place for me. And on the day that I was born, my dad decided to go out and buy a little movie camera that you wound up. You used to turn it and you wound it up. And it would take movies for about 30 seconds. And way back then, it was pretty unusual to have your own movie camera. Nobody that I knew had a movie camera. But Dad decided to take movies of my brother and myself from the time that we were born up until the time that we grew up and went off to make our own lives, our own way. So it's great for me to now sit and look back at those movies and watch that whole growing up process. It's a good feeling. If I close my eyes, I can almost hear my mother calling Neil. Go find your brother. Daddy's home. It's time for supper. Hurry on. And I see two boys racing up two flights of staircase, squirming into Papa's embrace, and his whiskers warm on their face. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? Two floors above the butcher, first door on the right, light filled to the brim as I stood by my window and looked out on those Brooklyn roads. And I can still recall smells of cooking in the hallways, brothers drying in the doorways, and report cards I was always afraid to show. Mama come to school, as I sit there softly crying, teachers say he's just not trying. Got a good head if he'd apply it, but you know yourself, it's always somewhere else. I built me a castle with dragons and kings, and I'd ride off with them as I stood by my window and looked out on those Brooklyn Road. Thought of moving back, but all I see are strangers' faces, and all the scars that love erases. But as my mind walks through those places, I'm wondering what you got of them. To some other young boy come home to my room? Does he dream what I did as he stands by my window and looks out on the road? Brooklyn Road.